I started Jiu-Jitsu like at the right time in my life. It was kind of, I think it was meant to be. My personal mission statement, right, is to live a healthy life, mind, body, and spirit, to live with purpose, to live my God's will, and to inspire those around me through love and compassion. Now, good job. Now I rotate the arm very slowly. Remember, 60%. You know, the creation of Daruma Dojo, I was in Japan with my wife and we were on the subway and, you know, we were dreaming about the future, about like, you know, when we have our own Jiu-Jitsu gym, like what are we gonna call it, right? We just started like coming up with names, just kind of spitballing, right? And like, I think this was my second time in Japan, but my first time in Japan, I fell in love like with Daruma and like what Daruma represents. And Daruma represents like, it represents good luck, it represents perseverance, never giving up. You know, you color the eye, you make a wish, and then you color the other eye when the wish comes true. So it kind of keeps you goal oriented. They have the saying, fall down 7 times, get up 8. That's associated with the Daruma because the Daruma doll falls down but always comes back up. So I always loved what Daruma represents, and we decided, we were spitballing and then we came up with the name Daruma Dojo. And that just kind of implanted the seed, right? And then when we came back, we were at a dinner with my mom and my dad and me and my wife, and we started sketching. We started sketching what the logo would be like, and we kind of had this idea, you know, that was kind of the fun, one of the funnest parts too, was like creating the logo. And this is like, well, way before we had the gym. This is probably like 6 years ago or something. And then eventually, you know, we had an idea, we had a concept, we had a vision, and then we hired an artist to help us fine tune it. And this artist helped us, and we came up with the logo, Daruma Dojo. And I was coaching at a different gym at the time, right? I was coaching at Smash gyms, and I had my brand, Daruma Dojo. And for me at the moment, it was like, Daruma Dojo is wherever I go. Like, I am Daruma Dojo. And I opened up a gym. I was teaching at Smash, and I was teaching at a gym in Redwood City. It was a Korean martial arts. They wanted to have a Jiu-Jitsu program, so I was teaching Daruma Dojo out of their gym. And this was before the pandemic. And 2019, I think I started there. And so that was the first time I actually started teaching as Daruma Dojo. Pandemic happened, and then I was teaching at the UFC gym after the pandemic, but still I was kind of wearing my flag of Daruma Dojo. I would just say it was a brand, you know, like I didn't have my own gym. But eventually, you know, we opened up our own gym here as Daruma Dojo. And one of the coolest things that happened after not, you know, only being open up here for so long, I don't remember when it happened, but I was sitting, let's just say it was 6 months after we opened, or a year after we opened. I was sitting on the benches outside the mat, and I was looking at the logo, and then it was at that moment that I realized that Daruma Dojo took a life of its own. I was no longer Daruma Dojo. Daruma Dojo was its own entity. It had its own life, its own spirit, and that's what I get to share with the people at my gym. Is because when they come here, it's like, it's not Alberto Juarez Jiu-Jitsu, it's Daruma Dojo. They get to come here and it's almost like it's their gym as well, just as much as it is mine. And so they get to use the mat space here as a place of learning, as a place of growth. And who knows what the future holds with Daruma Dojo, we'll see. We all go through like difficult times and been in dark moments, and I think the community that we build is there, and it really takes us to work hard to develop into becoming better people, not only like physically, but we can use the people around us to make ourselves better by reaching out. So I think the community is the biggest part that really helps.